This is how you should start things off if the room is disgustingly dirty like this one. I can't even tell you what was on the walls. It was gross. It was just gross. So first things first, I washed the walls with my flat mop. It looks disgusting because it was disgusting. So if you want to learn more about how to clean walls like a pro, I have a video on it and you should check it out. Now I'm just going to show you how this pole sander works, this round sander. It's just awesome. It's called a full circle sander. It's got this removable pad, so easy to put on and off, and it just sticks right on there. And this is way better than the sort of square sanders that you get. You don't get as much flipping when you're sanding the walls, so I just attach it to a pole, and it's got really great rotating action on it. Really fantastic for doing walls. So don't look at me, I look horrible. That's because I've been dealing with really bad things in this house, you know. So as you can see, this just rotates, and it's just absolutely, this thing's incredible. It's just great. It makes light work of everything as far as sanding goes and prep. So I don't claim to be a absolute pro painter, although I do painting for a living. I've done lots of houses actually. And I consider myself to be a really good painter, but it's a craft and it's something that needs to be learned over time. But my methods have always worked for me, so I wanted to share them. This is just gross down here, so I need to sand any place where the round sander wouldn't fit, and that includes the baseboards. And I forgot to mention, because I know somebody's gonna say you should be wearing a dust mask for all of this, because look at the amount of dust that comes off of this. So wear a dust mask, protect yourself, keep safe, most important. I'm gonna take a broom and just sweep downward to get any of the dust from the sanding off. And same with the baseboards. You don't need to wash it, you just need to sweep it and get rid of as much dust as possible. Now prep work takes the longest and it is the most detrimental to how your job is going to actually turn out. So take the time to give a light sanding, to wash the walls before your light sanding, to do a good cleanup before you get started on your painting. You have to be quite patient with the painting process, which I'm losing patience for because I've done so much of it in this house. But make your job easier too. Get the Benjamin Moore paint. It is so awesome. It really is. It will have way better coverage, and you know, it's more expensive, but your time is worth money. So if you have to do more coats and it's going to cost you more in time. So I'm going to start on the edges now, and this is like I think of it as a coloring job when you're painting. You do an outline and then you need to color in the space. So it's just like a big coloring project. That's the way I think of it. See what happens when you don't clean your brushes properly. This is what happens. I stuck it in a bag and left it too long, and plus I had dipped it way too much. This is a brush of frustration. This is the end of the road for this one. But it is a little nubby one, little tiny handle. I really recommend this for cutting in. It's really comfortable for my little arthritic hands, and they're wonderful. I have no idea what the name brand is, but I recommend trying to find the little rubbery ended tiny brushes. But now I'm gonna have to use a long handled brush because this one is done. Okay, so I've stirred my paint and I've got this brush, not a cutting in brush in my opinion, not my favorite kind. I wish that I would have taken better care of the other one, but I'm just going to show you how I knew a really great painter
who told me you just need to get a good edge. So I don't do any taping or anything like that. Just try to get a good edge. I hate this brush already. I hate it. You know, this one's like $1.50 at the dollar store. Spend the extra money, get the little nubby one. Just go around the whole outer area, all the perimeter, around all of the windows and everything, and get a nice clean line going on so that later you can just roll in the middle. Now, another thing that I've learned from my painting expert friend is that you need to always be right underneath the area you're working in. So don't try to reach beyond your kind of comfort zone. Just want to show you how gross. Like, I've washed this, can you believe it? And just, you know, look at the difference that's gonna happen just with some paint. So I've cut in everywhere that there is an edge. So around the light sockets, oh, I missed a spot. Along the baseboards, in the corners, anywhere that the roller will not fit. Now you're gonna say, well, it doesn't look like the greatest coverage. This is first coat. It's not really completely dry, and generally it will need 2 coats to cover the pink. And so the next coat will really make the difference in the edging. But now I get to color inside the lines. I'm gonna take out the roller and show you how I do that. So my painting has been an ongoing thing. And so what I had done with my last paint tray was I just covered it up with this garbage bag. And it's still fresh and okay. Yeah, it's still okay. So I totally recommend that if you're not finished a project, don't leave it really dry though, because then it will just dry up and it won't be good. But try to take as much air out of the bag as you can, and you can preserve it that way. You can also do that with your rollers. You can just stick them in a bag and then maybe wrap them with some green painter's tape. And you can put them in the fridge too, and then that will make them last till the next time that you do painting. I'm a messy painter. You can tell that from all of my equipment. And I'm not doing this video because I'm some sort of pro. I'm doing this video to show you that anybody can paint, including me. And a lot of people are afraid to paint or just don't know the steps. So I'm trying to give everybody the heads up on how I manage to do it, even though I'm not a pro. So for all the people, the haters or the pros that think that I'm doing everything wrong, the end result has been beautiful so far throughout my home and throughout many homes that I've painted. So not a pro, but certainly doing my best. So you don't want a ton of paint on your roller. You want to keep on rolling away the excess paint until you see that it is pretty even on your roller. The first dip is going to be kind of a little bit more time intensive. So when I use a roller, I really prefer to use an extended reach handle, broom handle, whatever you've got. All of the roller cages come with a screw-on capability. Well, at least most of them anyways. And so I'm going to screw this on, and then that way, I am also short, so that way I can reach up. I'm just going to move the camera up. So, and this is how you do it. Kind of make a V. Oh, I got a little too much paint on my brush or on my roller. You can tell because of the little splatters. So you can also turn it so that you can get better coverage. And you just keep working it back and forth. Again, flip your roller. I get as close as I can to the crease. And just keep on rolling it out. Make sure that you don't get any drips. I have a little too much paint on that one because I was trying to re-goop it. Be really patient with it and go along and make sure that you have no excess paint. But try not to go over the same area too terribly many times too, Because once it starts to dry, if you go back and do that section again, you're probably going to do more harm than good. So you really have to work fast and just give it a nice even coat. Now this first coat will not be perfect either. You're going to see pink through, but that's because almost all painting takes 2 coats, unless you're using the really expensive Benjamin Moore paint, which is like $76 a gallon. You're going to have to do probably 2 coats, sometimes even 3. Our living room was brown. It needed 3. I don't know why anybody would paint it dark brown in their living room. Forgive me if yours is dark brown and you love it. So I'm just going to put a little more paint on there. Make sure I roll it really good. You know, I would probably use better equipment like a new roller and a new cage and clean everything up if it weren't for the fact this is my last room. Okay, so now I'm going to not go right next to the other paint because you're going to have it in excess. And see, my roller cage is dirty, and so that's why it's not rolling the paint on good. So you can learn from my mistakes. You don't have to make the same mistakes this way. That's my theory. Do as I say, not as I do. And learn from all of my mistakes. That goes for my cleaning videos too. And I'm not glamorous. I'm not anything, you know, I look like crap. I haven't even brushed my hair today. I don't care because this is not a glamorous job. And I've been renovating for a month now, plus working my regular job, being a mother, being a grandmother. Don't even go there. I look like crap for a reason. It's short time ugliness. Just like this room, short time ugliness. I clean up well. You see how the handle really helps? It really helps me to be able to get a more even painting job. Some people like to do it just with the roller cage, and I've tried that, and for some areas I have to do that, but for the most part, this is the way to go with the handle. Oops, and make sure you clean up your surfaces and everything that you're working around, because you're up looking up in the air and stuff, and you don't want to be tripping over stuff. And put a tarp on the floor, because even the best painter drips. And everything is white. It's all white. Well, fairly white. I'm losing some of my natural light, so I'm hoping that it can hang in there a little bit longer so that I can get the second coat on. So the second coat will just be a repeat of everything that I did, except for I'm not going to sand. Some people do a light sanding in between coats, but I'm not going to. There's an airplane, very noisy one. So I'm just going to cut in all over again and then fill in the lines again, and you'll see the remarkable difference. So now I'm just doing the second coat on here with the roller. I've already cut in again all the way through. So I'm doing the roller, and I am running out of paint. Murphy's Law. I'm hoping to finish this room off though, so that I can get my bed in here. I've been sleeping on an army cot for like weeks, a long time. So I really need to get this all finished so that I can get back to normal. Truly a clean sweep of difference. I ran out of paint right about there. So I'm going to have to continue painting at later time on this section, but I got to the section where I can actually put my bed in, so I'm a happy camper about that. It's a million times better. It feels so much cleaner. Look at those baseboards. They're just lovely. I've still got a few flecks of paint here and there. They're just loose ones, so I'm gonna have to deal with that when the floor dries, but put the plug covers back on, and there's my lone stand for taking videos. Anyway, so this is what the room looks like though. So much better. I feel like I can sleep in here now.